Okay, so this is just going to be some improvisational comedy, and so I'm just going to say some really off the wall and whatever. It's going to be like stream of consciousness kind of stuff, and so I'm just trying to come up comedic. So just imagine, if you will, that well, there's a girl named um, well, I've mentioned her before, Jill Sholin. She was in the movie Popcorn, and like I was talking about before, Popcorn is a movie that was. Um, a movie that came out in 1990. It's about these film students at the University of California who are who they're the they're threatening to, well, not threatening, but they're pretty much they decided that they're going to close the theater department there because they don't have the funding for it, and so in order to raise money to save the theater department, they want to put on a horror-thon that features like 50s and 60s sci-fi horror movies, and hopefully they'll raise enough money um, to save the theater department at the University of California. And what I wanted to do was have a remake of Popcorn with Billie Eilish in the role played by Jill Sholin. Jill Sholin would direct the movie, and there would be a new album of songs written for the movie by Katy Perry. She would write an album's worth of songs that were inspired by the original movie Popcorn. And I'm just imagining right now that somebody, Billie Eilish is like on a bed, and somebody has the bed tied up to a pickup truck, okay, a flatbed pickup truck, and she's just sleeping. She just wakes up and she thought she was just in her bedroom, but the bed is attached to a pickup truck. You know, it's just attached to the pickup truck, and she wakes up and she's like, "What the fuck? How did this happen?" And then, you know, is this a dream? And then she opens up her eyes and she sees me. Well, let's say the pickup truck's going about 20 miles an hour, and I'm riding my bike alongside, looking, just staring at her, and she's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I don't say anything. I just keep staring at her. She's like, "What's no, really? What's going on?" I just stare at her, driving alongside her. Just what? What do you mean? What's going on? What's so weird about this? You thought you were in your bedroom and you woke up and the bed is attached to a rope and the rope is attached to a truck and the truck is driving along the highway. Well, not the highway, like some back roads. You don't know where you are. What's so off about that? It's just kind of, what do you consider to be like a normal type of happenstance or situation, or what? How do you define normal, and what constitutes a day that you lived that you could, you know, describe as being a normal day, a normal type of experience? Why is this so unusual to you? What what is it about this experience? The fact that you weren't aware that you were in a bed that was tied up to a pickup truck, and when you woke up, the bed's just dragging along back roads somewhere in the old West, and the first thing you see is me driving a bike alongside you and just staring at you. And what? Why is that just so strange to you? I mean, you can't really. There's just really no. There really isn't any defining characteristic of what a normal type of thing is. Well, what is normal? Why be normal? It's like, do you have any? What? I mean, okay, why be normal? 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 Okay, now that I got that out of the way, the film crew for now. So I'm talking to Billie Eilish. The film crew for Popcorn. We're going to do a remake of Popcorn, Billy, and we thought this would be a good way to kind of spark an interest in you to appear in the play that it's a remake of Popcorn. You would be the character um, who was Jill Sholin. Actually, she's the one who portrayed the main character in Popcorn, and we want you to take on that role of her character in a remake of Popcorn. Um, so, I mean, it's clearly your decision whether or not you want to appear in this movie. We think, we know you're a great songwriter and a great singer. We also feel that perhaps you have some acting talent in you. Just why do we think that? Well, there's just a vibe and a presence that you have about you that are things that are part of the skill set of fine acting. And we think that perhaps things that would make you a really good actor. Why did we? Okay, so now you're thinking to yourself, why Popcorn? Why that movie? Well, I love the movie Popcorn, and I always thought I went through a period of time where I had it on a VHS tape, okay, and the tape actually was in really shoddy condition. So I spent like years like trying to locate a copy of it. Finally, I just purchased it online, but part of the thrill is the chase and not the outcome. But I finally succumbed to just purchasing it online instead of going on my daily, you know, hunt for it. But I finally got a version of Popcorn on DVD, permanent copy of it, and it's one of my favorite movies. And we we thought you would be a good choice for the main character in the movie. So now, if you decided to appear in this movie as the main character played by Jill Schoen in the original film, we would also like Katy Perry to write a how shall I say it, an album, yeah, that's huh, based on the movie and it's inspired by the movie. And now the premiere of it, of both her live performance of this new album and the premiere of the remake of Popcorn, would be if my plan was to be hatched, premiered at a some kind of like outdoor movie screen on the beaches of Santa Barbara, and I guess that's it's not too far from where you grew up, right? You didn't grow up in Los Angeles, right? So, and Katy Perry grew up in Los Angeles. I mean, Santa Barbara, and so people would pay to see this premiere of this movie, and after which Katy Perry would perform a live rendition of songs that she wrote that were inspired by the movie. So I hope you're interested in this because I think it has significant box office potential, and it could be a revolutionary type of event that could not only have a positive impact on the economic development of the world, but help us get in touch with hidden desires within our souls that transport us to some of the furthest reaches of the human imagination that, while some people might consider to be taboo, are really closed doors that we're meant to be barged through in a robust um, ceremony of what's the word for it? Catharsis? No. Um, Sensation. There's whatever. I'll have to go back to that. And I don't know. Maybe through this experience, we're gonna kind of like find these hidden dimensions. They do exist. I mean, the discovery of the Higgs boson has proven that higher dimensional space is actually woven through the three-dimensional space that the human eye actually perceives. But it's not actually three dimensions, it's four dimensions because the fourth dimension is time. But actually, there's 11 dimensions. And I think through this type of transcendent experience, we are going to gain access to those dimensions. What are we going to see? I mean, what can you actually see? What can the human senses perceive that's going to be more fulfilling than what we can experience on the earth in this mortal coil? What can actually be experienced? What type of like pleasures and what types of um, emotions can actually be felt? What kind of pleasures can be felt? What kind of sensations can be felt? What kind of feelings can be felt in these dimensions? Or is it all the same? We could find out. I don't know. So that's why I want to remake the movie Popcorn. And I hope you're on board with me on that because I think, like I said, the existential fate of mankind depends on it. And if we don't, maybe mankind's going to lose harmony with nature. And the great apocalypse is going to rain upon us. It's going to be a very important type of event. And So, but it's up to you. You decide. Okay. Uh, okay. So what else? Now I'm going to move on to a different idea. So that was like a little bit of like improvising on that idea that I had before. What else was I thinking about? I don't know. Um, I got to stumble upon a new idea. I don't know. Let's see what else. So I guess mine is not the most typical type of comedy. It's not political, and it's not. I like to do my own kind of comedy. Okay. Let's see. Um, Sam in Oregon. There's a guy named Franklin who owns a baboon. He barges into somebody's house in the middle of the night. There's a beautiful daughter. She's a beautiful 20-year-old woman. Him and the baboon break into the house. They wake up the daughter. They look her right in the face and they say, "Hi, I know this is a little bit impromptu, and I know this is something that you weren't expecting, but even though I never met you or you don't know who the fuck I am, it's just some guy that broke in your bedroom holding a baboon. How would you like to live with me in a colony of baboons?" Now, these baboons are mm, approximately 7 feet tall on average. Why would you want to do that? You tell me. Would you want to do that? Now, if you didn't, wouldn't. Okay, so let me let me answer that by posing this question to you. Why wouldn't you want to live in a baboon? I mean, in a colony of baboons. Why not? Are you too good for that? What makes you too good to live in a colony of baboons? I mean, there's a colony of baboons waiting for you with open arms, and you think you're too good for that? These are super intelligent baboons. Yeah, I'm not kidding. They've been tested. Their IQs are on average 100. So I guess you're not too good to live in a colony of baboons, are you? This baboon colony plays parcheesi and canasta on a nightly basis. They enjoy long walks along the beach in the sunset. They're very gentle, very romantic, and they love food. They love beer. They love a lot of things. They're just like you and me. So just to say that you're too good for them is it's just plain arrogance, you know. So you're not too good for them. I'll see you for the next live stream soon. Bye.